I have been waiting to do this video, and I don't know what I was waiting for because I was not waiting for the end of the year because I could have done this any time of year. But today we're going to be doing my AuthorTube hot takes, and I'm genuinely so excited to do this because I have a lot of things to get off my mind. So you guys are going to hear me ramble and yap about all of that, okay, in this video here, okay? We're going to talk about all the things that I think are hot takes and should not be included when it comes to writing, okay? Please. Now, obviously, take everything I say with a grain of salt. You are your own writer, you are your own author. These are just my opinions and what I find in books that I feel like, oh my goodness, this is like some of the most obvious things, okay? So, do what you want, but these are literally just my opinions, and I respect yours, and so you need to respect mine. Okay, so the first one I feel is the biggest one, and this one I genuinely kind of do have a problem with you if you disagree with me on this one, and genuinely because I feel like it's not just an opinion, it is a well-known fact, and that is that AI should have nothing to do with the writing process. Not your editing, not helping you brainstorm, not organizing, not your book cover, not your synopsis, not your promotion, none of it. AI should be included in absolutely positively none of it. And this not just goes for writing, but also all niches. AI should just be ruled out automatically, completely. First of all, when you hire AI to do, not even hire, when you get AI to do your book covers and character art and your map and all this other stuff, you are putting artists out of business. Like, literally think about it. You may be like, oh my goodness, but I have no money for this. Well, guess what? The AI that you're commissioning steals from other artists. And when it steals from other artists, it puts them out of business. Okay? When it puts them out of business, guess who has no money now? Those artists. When you do your covers or anything of the sort, guess who you're putting out of business? Cover designers. So it's really just a matter of, it's not really an opinion, but you are putting people out of jobs when you use AI. When you write with AI and you use it to brainstorm and you use it to get facts and other things, AI pulls from already published and copyrighted books and pastes lines and pastes ideas from copyrighted manuscript that have been published, such as Powerless, or I'm just looking at my shelf, my book, Powerless, Ellie Hazelwood books, what's over here, the Boys of Tommen series. It will take from those and paste it right into your novel. So technically, you might not even know it, but you could possibly get a lawsuit for copyright infringement because you used AI, because AI will pull from copyrighted manuscripts. It's not meant to be used for writing or at all. You're stealing from other authors and you are putting people out of business. The next one is for published authors, but let's normalize not publishing 10 books a year, okay? Listen, it works for some people like Allie Hazelwood, okay? But Allie Hazelwood has her process. But something I realized with Laura Gilmore this year is that she publishes 10 books a year, a new book every month, and they all come out low quality. They feel like they were not edited. They are really simple and clunky, and they are not enjoyable. And it just feels like you are mass producing just to mass produce. That is why Cinnamon, the Pumpkin Spice Cafe blew up, because it was actually pretty well written. But after that, it really went downhill for Laura Gilmore. I've not seen another one of her books blow up ever since. She's been getting nothing but bad reviews on the rest of her books besides Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and I feel like it's because she feels the need to mass produce. So when it comes to that, I would just say, don't do that. Another thing is, when it comes to gatekeeping your writing. Now, I only do this for one of my projects. This is because this project that I'm doing is so exclusive, and I genuinely feel like the idea that I have for this is, correct me if I'm wrong when you find out what it is, because it does get announced this year, but the idea I have for this is so original, and I want to make sure that everything is nice to a T before I reveal even the slightest thing. Even if I reveal a few of the themes, I want to make sure everything is nice. That is the only reason I'm gatekeeping things. But when it came to the Royals, the book hadn't even been finished being written, and you guys already knew the characters' names, their personalities, you guys knew everything about these characters, and the characters were not even finished themselves yet, okay? So I feel like when it comes to gatekeeping, it's kind of just okay, well, we don't know what you're writing, and I can't really get engaged with the book. And I feel like when you, like, for example, I dropped a trailer sort of thing for this mysterious book that I'm quote-unquote gatekeeping, which I will say I am. Just like I said, this is a special release for me. Like, this release is very special to me, right? So that's the reason I'm gatekeeping this one. But I will announce everything else about the rest of my manuscripts, because I have so many, right? But when it comes to, if you're not dropping trailers, teasers to get people excited, anything of the sort, when you were just like gatekeeping and then one day you like, boom, here, go pre-order, there's not many people who are going to actually go in and pre-order, because you never actually told us anything about the book in the first place. We have no interest in the book, we know nothing about the characters, nothing about them, and you could start describing them after, but really the only people who you might interest are the people who come in that are new. Because people who know you are like, well, this doesn't make sense, this is confusing. So I would just say that's another one of my AuthorTube hot takes, okay? Okay, another one, I feel like this is kind of just like really, once again, a really opinion-based, like, heavy one. When you are describing your book, don't say, oh, it's Fourth Wing, times Powerless, times Shatter Me, times Boys of Tom, I'm just naming random books, times Boys of Tommen, times Lightlark. Don't say that your book is a combination of these books, because really, when I hear, oh my goodness, this is like if this book and this book had a baby, or if this book and this book and this book and this book and this book all like came up with an idea for a new book, I just feel like, okay, when I read this, it's going to feel like the exact same book. And I try not to pick up books like that, because when you say it's all these books, these popular Booktok books that are filled with tropes and da da da, it don't really turn out well in the end, right? And I know you might say, oh, well, Powerless did that, but really, Powerless did not do that. Powerless only started describing, mind you, Powerless has been out for about 2-3 years now. Powerless only started saying that it was a combination of, The Hunger Games and Red Queen this year, because people were pressing Lauren Roberts saying that she was plagiarizing. I've read both Red Queen and The Hunger Games, and I personally have not seen too many, like, similarities. I will admit, Red Queen, a few where I was skeptical, but people, y'all drag it a lot. But I just say, like, when people describe their books as a combination of other books, it kind of makes me not want to read their book anymore, because your work is supposed to be original. Wow, what do you want me to say? It's supposed to be original, okay? My next two that I have kind of intersect, so I'm gonna just say them both. The first one is that smut does not need to be in YA. It's young adult for a reason. It's supposed to be targeted for teenagers. Teenagers don't need to be exposed to smut. And the second one is that an adult book does not need to have a smut scene every 3 chapters. And really, I feel like Icebreaker really failed the community, because I feel like that was kind of like the spark that ignited that kind of like lustful intent between the Booktok community, unfortunately. And I feel like writers now feel like, okay, I need to match Icebreaker level spice. Truth be told. So if you're an author, I would just say, first of all, don't put smut in YA. I feel like that should be, I shouldn't even have to say this, but it's crazy how much I've encountered it. And Alex Astor, I'm looking at you, because do you know how many scenes I had to skip in, Sky Shade? Because it was getting a little too spicy for a teenager novel. So I feel like the first one should be obvious. The second one, once again, it's my opinion. The first one was a fact that it does not need to be in YA, it's for teenagers. But the second one was really just my opinion. That is it for today's video. I'm actually really tired, so I'm going to edit this video and I'm going to go to bed. And I guess I will see you guys tomorrow for Madimas. Oh my goodness. Bye-bye.